Have you ever asked somebody about what their technology company does and the response they give you comes back sounding like it's a completely different language?
Oh, I'm in the trans tech. We help aggregate intellectual data that is acquired through connected network devices in order to help transportation companies make smarter business decisions that will affect their throughput while decreasing their logistics in an effort to increase their bottom line.
That is the biggest bunch of stupid mother that I've ever heard of. I mean, it's English, but it's not English that you understand. I mean, if you work for a tech company, you may feel obligated, like you have to speak this way because your peers talk like this, your competitors talk like this. But the reality is, your customers do not talk like this. And all you're doing is hurting the chances that you have to connect with your potential customers. What we believe, the answer is to be clear and be bold with what you do. What's up, everybody? My name is Massimo, and this is Design for Tech. For the past 20 years, I have been living a dream, owning and running a creative agency that helps B2B technology companies be more human and look more global. Technology founders are often brilliant people. They're code magicians, they're Jedi programmers, they're engineering experts. They carry themselves in this way that just evokes confidence. So when asked what it is that they're building or what they're doing, often the curse of knowledge kicks in and they're unable to explain in layman's terms what it is they're actually doing. It often comes out sounding like technobabble. The curse of knowledge is the inability for an expert to understand how a non-expert views a specific topic. They're often so close to the source, they're so close to the technology that they're unable to express what the true value is that they're offering to the end user. This is why smart founders hire and rely on good marketers to make those empathetic connections that they realize they may lack in. Let's just dispel some myths right now about all this crap. Myth number 1. Technology jargon makes our company and product sound legitimate and professional. Wrong. This stems from something called complexity bias, which basically means that complex solutions are always going to be better than simple ones. Therefore, complex language is always going to be more legitimate than simple language. The problem with this theory is that customers don't want to stick around to try to figure out what it is that you're actually trying to tell them. They're not trying to decipher this complexity that you're giving them. They're just going to bounce. Complex language doesn't help close the sale. It just helps confuse people. Myth number 2. Our competitors are using this jargon, so it must be correct. Nothing will give us a competitive advantage other than sounding just like our competitors. Wrong! Why are you trying to follow your competitors down a black hole? IKEA didn't follow Williams-Sonoma. Apple didn't follow Microsoft. Don't follow your competitors. Give yourself a competitive edge and simplify your message to your end user. And myth number 3. Complex terminology is tied in with our industry. It's what we do. Wrong. While it's okay to speak industry speak with your peers and maybe even your competitors, the reality is 9 times out of 10, your customers won't have any idea what you're talking about. They're not looking for your technical industry features. They're looking for what those features will do for them. A true thought leader can simplify any complicated subject into a language that anybody can understand. That's why at zfactor, we constantly harp on our customers to simplify their messaging and be more clear, more bold. The clearer and more bold that you can be with your messaging, the less likely it is for your customers to actually bounce because they don't understand what it is that you do. The whole point of your messaging isn't to give them the meaning of life, but it's to spark a conversation and have them ask for more. At zfactor, we follow 3 very simple steps on how to create messaging that's more clear and more bold. Step number 1, know your audience. People often confuse their peers and competitors for their end users. The reality is your end users use a completely different language. Tap into what means something to them. Tap into the words, the phrases, the language that they're used to hearing or they're wanting to hear, and pinpoint those key phrases that actually mean something to them. Step number 2, clean up your vocabulary. Avoid using industry terms, buzzwords, acronyms, or jargon that means something to you and your competitors, but absolutely nothing to your end user. And most importantly, unless absolutely necessary, avoid words like innovative and solutions. These words mean everything and mean nothing. They are literally crutches that are going to prevent you from pinpointing what it is exactly that you do.
Innotech, developing innovative technological solutions for the global markets. Today.
Innotech. I'll be sure to reach out to you when I'm building that thing for those people to help solve that problem that everybody has. Thanks, Innotech. Step number 3. Strive to be clear and say what you do. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't be difficult. Try to say what you do in one sentence and strive to be clear, not clever. If you're an asset tracking company, say that you track assets. If you're a broadband network connectivity testing company, say we test internet connections. Strive for clarity. Being clear and being bold is not about being sexy. It's about having them understand what it is you do and why they should actually care. It's about simplifying your complex message into something that people can understand. Remember, being simple is not the same as being a simpleton. I challenge you to revisit your brand, revisit your messaging, your phrases, your campaign, and see if you can make things more clear and more bold. See if you can take that complex offering that you have and simplify it for your customers. There is an awesome saying out there that says simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. That's something that we stand behind. Now it's time for me to be clear and be bold. If you like what you heard today, hit that like button. And if you want to be notified of future videos, hit that subscribe button. And by all means, leave us a comment. See ya!